Looking south to Noomas Creek Bridge, about mile 14.1 of Englewood Railway, about 5:30 in the morning on Monday, July 13th, and now looking north. I'm walking north for a couple miles this morning. Couple objectives. First one is the fabulous rock cut at which was the diversion built in April 1994 to bypass the old Halfway Island Creek Bridge. I think the bridge was coming to the end of its life, and instead of replacing it, made more sense to build a diversion around it. So there's a pretty steep rock cut on either side. I've just seen photos. Now I will take photos. That's about a mile away from here. And then after that, there's a spot where there's just fabulous views with the railway, the highway beside and below, and the lake, Noomas Lake. So this is the level crossing. I'm calling this Noomas Crossing. Noomas Main goes up that way. The other road goes down to the highway, I believe. I came in the longer way. Okay, curve 100, and I should be coming up to mile 14.0. Just looking at this from above, from Google Maps satellite view, the part of my walk leading up to Halfway Mile Creek Cut looks to be rather boring. Some straightaways like this. So I'll see if it actually is boring or not. But I just want to make some time and get to what I'm after, which is the rock cut. I'm just north of curve 96, working my way towards the Halfway Island Creek diversion rock cut. That is a mouthful. Named for Halfway Island, which is an island in Noomas Lake, approximately halfway down the lake, or up the lake. And then there is a creek near it on the slope here, so Halfway Island Creek. And the line used to cross at a wood trestle, but that wood trestle was due for replacement in the early 90s, and so instead of replacement, a diversion was made. And then the last part of that rock cut is that there's a major rock cut done for the diversion line. Then shortly after the diversion was opened, the old line and the old trestle were removed. I'm curious if I will see evidence of at least just the land opening up and being a clue for the grade there from 26 years ago. We'll find out. I hear a creek. That's Halfway Island Creek. By the way, these rails, in about 2 weeks from now, will have been removed, as well as the ties, as part of the decommissioning project of the railway. Which is why I'm here now, to see it with rails on. A railway without rails is just a historical grade, which is interesting 20, 30 years from now. But at the moment, when the rails are gone, a lot of the interest is gone from me. So I want to see this with rails on. And now, the first attraction at curve 94 is what looks to be, at first sight, the old cab of a speeder next to this stockpile of rails. And this is the entrance to the rock cut. I was hoping that this yellow thing that I saw on someone else's video would give some interesting photo opportunities, and maybe it will, but there's an awful lot of growth beside it. Okay. I will see if I can find out what this used to be. Looks like a crew trailer that would have towed behind a speeder. I'll find that out. There's no markings that I can see on it. Onward into the cut, into the unknown. It's kind of like a tunnel with a curve, except without a roof. This is one of those areas where I take a few steps, stop, take a photograph, take a few more steps, stop, take a photograph. I'm just thankful that I've got really nice balanced morning light here with no shadows, no sun washing things out. That's why I got up at 1:30 and left home at 2 a.m. this morning for this. Okay, looking south at Halfway Island Cut. So here we go. Now to walk back north through the cut. One of the composition ideas I had, that I'm doing right now, is the stationary camera, the other camera, is going to catch me coming around the corner, because right now I am out of sight. Sometimes these composition ideas work, sometimes they don't. I'm heading northward on the straightaway, just exiting, or still in the halfway mile cut. It takes a while to get out of this. So the curve was just the south portion, and now it's straightaway. And then I get to find out if there's still a view across the gully. The 1994 photos I saw when this was being constructed is a Maynard Atkinson photo of a train on the old trestle, and then on the other side of the gully this new track in the foreground. But 26 years, we'll see what 26 years of tree growth has done. And of course the trestle's not there anymore. Just looking south, and I noticed that there's a really nice echo right around here. So echo, echo, Englewood, echo, hey-oh. Nice sound. Okay, maybe not an echo, maybe just sort of, I don't know what to describe it, but interesting acoustics with the rock on both sides. A bit of reverb, I don't know. I have echo again. Hey-oh, hey-oh. A rock makes for some nice acoustics. This is feeling very rainforesty here. Mist on the mountains, all the trees, and it really feels damp. Pattern over here. Steel, wood, 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 steel, wood, wood, steel, wood, wood, steel, wood, wood, steel. Yeah. I'm always looking for a pattern. So I look down the line in a stretch like this and I wonder about future use. The line here is built up, so it's on fill. It drops off on either side, and it's narrow for one regular gauge of railway. Now, if this were to be transformed for a logging truck road, first thing is there's absolutely no room to pass or pull over in a spot like this. So this would not be the kind of logging road where the public could use it, because it's just room for just one way, one truck. And that truck has to stay right in the middle. Be careful. So, in a stretch like this, I'm not sure how easily this could be used by logging trucks without adding a whole lot of fill to build up either side and widen the roadway. Then you're also dealing in some places with slopes, rock cliffs, all that kind of stuff. I mean, when I come up in a little bit from now through the Halfway Island cut, I mean, are logging trucks going through that? Really? I can't see that happening. So I think the idea of the entire Englewood Railway being used by trucks is not realistic, and maybe that was just my misinterpretation of the decommission plan. But places like around here would be great for recreational trails. Once again, the tree farm forces me to the outside. Curve 93, heading south into what appears to be the fabulous rock cut that goes around Halfway Island Creek. I have to say that name really slow because I have to think of the sequence. It's almost as complicated as the whole station name sign thing for regular railways. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. The mosquitoes are very plentiful here. Good thing I have my bug spray on. This is pretty amazing. I'm beside a rockfall area. I also have 2 mosquitoes on me, but I'm stubborn and I'm going to finish this clip before I shoo them off. One's on my ear, one's on my hand. Good times. I'm dedicated to my craft. Okay, I remember from earlier this morning, this part, the north end of the rock cut, is really just a long straight stretch. And then we get into the sharp curve in the rock cut. It just keeps on getting better. Beside me is a bunch of standing water, which helps create a great spot for all these mosquitoes. Oh, now it gets fabulous. Okay, exiting the south end of the rock cut. And around this corner should be the old yellow trailer. One more look. Coming up to Halfway Island Creek. I can hear it. Okay, this ends the attractions part of this walk this morning. And now, just over a mile back to Noomas Creek crossing. The creek's down in there. Not sure how close this is to the bridge that used to be. But 26 years of growth right there. This is curve 96. So this is also mile 13. Okay, onward. A lot of soil between the ties, creating the moss and the plants. It also makes it easier for me to walk. It's not good for the railroad long term, but this railroad's long term lasts about 2 more weeks. So it is about me and my comfort. The whistle sign, because we're coming up to Noomas Crossing. And that's where I've parked, so I'm almost done this part of my day. I think the total is about 7 or 7.5 kilometers of walking, which is tough walking because you have to watch every step. I think I've got 8 different locations that I want to visit today. This is by far the longest. The other one that's rails in the ground is the shop spur that goes across the highway to Nimke's shops. I want to see the bridge with rails on. Then my remaining locations are really just checking in on places that I've already seen recently, just to see them again one more time. See what kind of changes have happened in 9 days since I was here last. Just heading towards Noomas Creek at the end of my hike. That was fun. Noomas Creek. I got one more coming up, Story Creek. This is where Story Creek is. Oh, this is a beautiful bridge. Ouch. That hurt.